Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Hello, everybody. Episode 13 of BALLYHAUNIS Top Dogs here. And at the moment, we have William Hitman Nestor and Christy Snowman Kilcourse. And we're waiting on a few others. We see Shane the Faceman is coming in now. So we're going to have plenty of action and opinion. Thank you. Hello, Shane. Can you hear us?
Hi, Vince.
Okay, that's great stuff. We've got a good posse in the house tonight. And so just to carry on your conversation, William and Christy's decided to pull the wild card now, and he'll be viewing things over the international break. Is that right, Christy?
Yeah. Like what I did for the last couple of days was just kind of like get rid of the deadwood and just kind of get in players who people are going to get and try and get price rises out and then sort of a thing, kind of a thing.
Yeah, good stuff. And
William,
William,
because a lot of players will be going up in value because a lot of them kind of like Ziyech and Grealish and all those kind of players will be sky high now.
Hey, William,
like they're in demand.
William, you mentioned all about the price rises, especially about Ziyech and Vestergaard and Barkley.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something to keep an eye on. Like, these players are sneaking up in price all the time, and they will, like, the form of the likes of Ziyech and Jota. These guys are all going to end up around 8 million. You won't be able to have them all. Plus, have your two premium midfielders like your KDB and your Salah or your Mane or Son or whatever. So yeah, I mean, if fellas haven't pulled their wild card out yet, now is definitely the time.
Okay, well, let's get on with the video. What's that, Christy?
Interesting. Mark is still going to hold on to his tree. He has no reason to change this because his team is flying at the moment. But, like, it's interesting that he's still holding on to it.
That's defo. Yeah, he's definitely got that up his sleeve.
I'll let you play the intro.
Play the intro. I have an opinion on that in a minute. Roll it there, Roisin.
The VT, yeah. I swear I dreamt about this music a couple nights ago. Hey. What's so relaxed?
Finding Nemo.
Oh my god. Yeah, Jesus. Oh.
Okay, lads, I think it's slightly controversial. I decided to come
here. You didn't have the Redeemer in the opening credits there, Vinny.
Huh?
Didn't have the Redeemer in the opening credits there. We're gonna miss him.
Oh well, I don't know. I'll come up with something else with Shane. All right, Shane. You weren't so controversial this week, Shane. You were quiet. You were a good boy on the WhatsApp.
I get my head down, slowly creeping up that table, Vince. I have a new tactic. I'm not biting at the likes of Christy.
Yeah, you are. Let's have a quick look at the table anyway. The thing about this is that we all thought that Mark Phillips was top on the game week night, on Sunday night. And we went to sleep thinking that Marky was on top. And by the time we woke up in the morning, Joey's come back. That's the commando has come back and he's sniped us all. A bit like the US presidential election, we go to bed thinking Trump has won and we wake up and it's Biden. So William, I'd say Mark is devastated, he probably can't make the show tonight because...
Is that why you didn't come on?
Well, he's had a great game week. 91 points, I guess there is there.
What a game week. 91. Amazing score.
You don't get too many of them,
No. I'll tell you what, Suchik really came home for him, didn't he? That late winner at the end. He's just everything he's doing is touching goals. Everybody's scoring, you know.
Just the
Look, he's
penalty
got-
miss straight after that was terrible though. You hadn't even
Jimenez
seen
is
it.
the weak link, you know. Look at his bench. He's had, you know, if he played the Shane, did you say if he played the bench boost? My God.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Like, imagine if he had.
Right,
Yeah.
we're just going to get the Oracle now. He's just tuning in. Mark.
Yes, boys. What's the crack?
Hello, Mark. We got your team up. We're just saying that we went to bed on Sunday night thinking you were the top dog, you know, the top dog, and we woke up and we found Joey Neenan's somehow commandoed done ninja on us. He's still top.
I had to say I had a horrible start to the week. What a way to start a Monday morning. Thinking you're number one and then waking up to be number two. But look, I'll take it. I had a good week. You have to be happy. Take the positives.
The other thing about, I'll just say one thing there about Mark's team as well. Like, you've seen his bench there, like the strength and depth he has. He had a really good mix there. You know, like I fodder on my bench. I'd say most of the lads here in as well have fodder like that. They don't have any players performing. Mark has 15 guys there, or 16 guys, you know, or 15 guys that are, you know, week in, week out performing for him, which is a big help too.
Yeah, I like to keep competition for places in my squad, you know, to keep the training up and keep things interesting, you know. So we don't know who's going to start every week, and I think guys perform for me on that.
It's amazing, like, to get 91 and yet still looking at your team, like, if you had McCarthy in goal, which if that was my team, I would have definitely started McCarthy because he's the best.
Would you?
100%. I plan to be getting him in soon once I can. And like, if you had started him and Walker Peters instead of Taylor, like, you would have broken the 100. I know it's what ifs, but again, going back to what, you know, Christy said about, you know, you're going holding on to your wild card. I think you have to hold on to your wild card. You couldn't play your wild card now because.
Yeah, I don't think I actually need it yet. I wouldn't get
your squad is too strong. I thought you had Son and Kane, and I thought you had a few players coming up with hard fixtures, but you don't. So I wouldn't be playing the wild card. No,
just Kane. Yeah, and he could swap out for Verdi there, and I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe Werner if he starts scoring.
Are you going to get rid of Kane? Because I think Kane scores against anyone really. Like,
you think he's fixture proof, Christy?
Yeah.
Especially against Arsenal and the London derbies and Palace. He just loves getting at the big games. I think Son is the one you'd be looking at. If you have both, Kane and Son, I'd think about getting rid of Son. I'm going to keep both anyway. I'm just going to go all in. Son is the most owned player, 59%, but that's going to change over the next couple of weeks. Yeah,
Calvert-Lewin, the ownership too. He's at 57.
Who's this?
Wow. Well, he could be the most owned by then. William, any more thoughts about this? So you think he lay off the wild card then? He's looking great. Mark's looking great, to be honest with you.
Lovely variety of teams as well. Like, you know, he's a bit of everything going on there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to. Sorry, that's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to keep maybe max 2 from each team, just because it was such an unpredictable season. We didn't know what we were going to get, so spread the wealth.
Yeah. Mark, question: are you going to hold on to Jimenez?
Good question. I was thinking of maybe bringing in a cheaper striker for him, and
Watkins.
Yeah, improving their midfield. Maybe bringing someone in for Souček, maybe Ziyech in for Souček, or maybe even a dearer guy, Sterling or someone, or KDB.
Yeah, you've got plenty of money in the bank, Mark. 2.5 million. So you should have no problem. Do you think KDB is an alternative? And William, you're going on about the City player. So for Mark, if he's going to get rid of someone, do you think he should go for a City or more Chelsea?
Well, City have Spurs next, so I would hold fire for another. After the Spurs game is the time to get City in. To be honest with you, what I'm planning to do, don't even bring my team up because I'm like lying in 30-something place. But I tell you exactly what I've done and what I'm going to do. Because, you know, I'm 130 points behind or something. I've already made 2 transfers for the next game week. I brought Ziyech in, Foden is gone, and I've gone double West Ham defence with Koufal is in, and Reece James is gone. And after that, I'm going all in on Man City. I'm getting Aguero. I have about 6 or 7 million in the bank. I'm getting Aguero and KDB.
And you just have to take the chance, William. You have to start taking chances. Yeah. And you know what? You can pull it off, William. You can pull it. You can pull it off, bro.
Well, Aguero can go out. Aguero can come back from injury and bang 4 goals in.
Yeah,
it's often happened.
Yeah,
you know,
often.
Aguero hat-trick, William.
I'm going to take a chance on Aguero soon as well.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Koufal from West Ham there looks dangerous. He's a good attacking threat. I was watching him the last day.
He is, yeah.
Who do you reckon from City? KDB is essential, do you reckon?
I don't think it's essential.
Not yet, but he will be.
They're beginning to fire big time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just
they're finding the rhythm. I think they have a nice Christmas schedule too.
If they could keep clean sheets, Cancelo is a great player to have. If they could start keeping clean sheets,
he's a very attacking player.
Yeah, he'll get assists all day long.
Lads,
if you were to ask me, like, who's more essential between Aguero and KDB, I'd be going to Aguero anytime he's fit.
Same here.
Fitness is the question. What about Sterling? Aiden always loves Sterling.
Oh, Aiden's having a shocker though. You can't just listen to him.
I don't like Sterling.
Aiden is a look bag, isn't he?
Oh no, he's not. He's not. Come on, guys, have a bit of respect. He had the most
Vinny,
last year from all of us.
Vinny, you wanted to talk about Villa. You're gone Villa mad.
Yeah, I better put up my team, I suppose, to get an idea of what I'm on about. Because if any of you've got Aston Villa at the moment, you might as well hang on to them, because we were looking at one of the guys in our WhatsApp group, which is very, very informative. We're all on the ball because we're sharing info. The Villa run is phenomenal. So I'm thinking about, guys, if you've got Villa, just keep them. And maybe Barkley or Grealish. McGinn. There's so much value there. You can take a chance, you know, William. Like in midfield, there's between 5.5 and 7 million. There's so much out there. So this is the Villa.
It's about the value, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
You got Brighton.
You can get
West
a good midfielder there for
Newcastle, Wolves, Burnley, WBA, Palace. My God.
Look at that.
What's Grealish going to do with that?
Grealish, Barkley, and Watkins, all 6-7 million. They've got good fixtures. They score goals. They have a good defense. I like it.
Well, I would have 5 at the moment. 5 Villa. I would go for it. I seriously would.
I'm not touching their defense.
Neither am I.
Well, sorry, Christy. In the last 2 game weeks, the Villa defense have pulled me out of an awful hole. Like Fulham away, they kept a clean sheet. I had 2, and Arsenal away. Can you imagine Arsenal? I thought I'd be getting totally blown out of the water there the other night. But less said about that, the better. I think Martinez is definitely a rotation keeper you should have with McCarthy, or maybe Ryan. But you should definitely have Martinez. Okay. Yeah, Grealish, Barkley, McGinn, Watkins. You know,
Mark for Jimenez for Watkins for you, Mark, could be an option.
Oh,
yeah, but I don't like having Watkins and Bamford. I think it's either or at the moment, Watkins or Bamford.
And you're going to start considering Antonio?
No, definitely not.
He's explosive.
West Ham have good fixtures coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's injured at the moment though, and he's just not scoring. He's not firing, so I don't know. I don't like him.
Okay, Mark, I wanted to make this episode a bit more about you, because you're absolutely, we have to pay attention. 151,000. I want you to have a look at Shane's team. Now, where's Shane? I'm happy enough at 13. I've made a lot of ground up. 445. Okay, so 55, 71 off the top. A lot can change. I want to make a mention about Sean Gilday, the sniper. He's left the WhatsApp group, which is a terrible shame. We hope that he comes back again. I left the WhatsApp group several times, and just give people a chance.
There's no shame in coming back, Dominic, is there? There's no shame.
No, there's no shame. I've left and gone, rows and rows. But I think we're all over the problems now, guys. We're all
Come here.
We won't talk about the things that were said about you when you were gone out of the group those few times.
Oh, right. Right. Hey,
come here. Were any of you offered appearance money for his podcasts?
No. That's his plan though. He was on to a few other guys in the Christy Nicholson League about setting up a separate. But I said you have to go to another fucking league. You can't go taken out of the Christy Nicholson League. Like that's just bad form.
Whose team is this?
I want the Oracle to have a look at the Faceman team.
Chelsea fan.
Mark,
this is Shane's team, is it?
Yeah, will you have a look at Shane's team for us and see if there's anything you can nitpick? Because this is your clinic.
Okay, my clinic here. Let's come in, Shane. We'll see what we can do for you. I like the look of it. Now you have a few decent players. Salah, Werner, captain as well. Yeah, Bamford in there. Walker Peters. If I was you, I'd probably get rid of Robertson, bring in Chilwell.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you were thinking about Willian this week.
Yeah. And Wolves as well. Slice needs to go as well. Jimenez is 50-50. He's not even 50-50. Podence. I think that's a Podence trap, William. Definitely. There's definitely a Podence thing going on there.
He's a good footballer, really, but he's just not getting the points, is he?
No.
He got 9 last week.
Yeah,
that was a one soft, though, wasn't it?
Do you know what's been a disappointment for Wolves? Neves. He's a class player, but he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Wolves have very tough fixtures coming up. I wouldn't be touching any Wolves players. I certainly wouldn't be getting any in. He has 3 there, so
that's the reason why I got rid of Jimenez.
Look at that for a run, boys, with Wolves coming up. Arsenal, Liverpool. That's nearly worse than Spurs run. I'll just get on
tough
Spurs for a minute.
Fixtures.
I've got the link on the Talk Sport here.
Guys, what do you think of Che Adams? He's playing up top on his own now with Ings out, so could be a good option. 5.8 million, is he?
Yeah, he's a great option. You know, Ings.
Yeah, he is a good option.
What's this now, Vinny?
Well, I just want to emphasize the Spurs run coming up after the international break. City at home, straight off, then Europe, then Chelsea, Arsenal, Palace, Liverpool. Then they have to play Wolves and Leicester after Liverpool. That's a mental crazy. So that's nearly as bad as the Wolves. It's probably worse. So with Shane, going back to Shane's team, Mark, you would be advising Shane to get rid of most of his Wolves, to be honest, would you? What do you think?
Yeah, I probably would. Unless he's going to bench them, he could use them as bench fodder, I suppose, and bring them on when needed. I'd probably bring in Chilwell for Robertson, save a bit of money there, and look at City then for maybe Willian or Son, bring in KDB or someone there, see what happens.
I've only brought in Willian, and I'm too stubborn now to take him out, so I'm going to stick with him for 2 to 3 more game weeks.
Okay, Shane. We'll move on to
Shane is doing what Chris or what Vinny said. He's sticking with his guys and trusting in them. Hopefully he'll pay them back then.
Yeah, that's what I do. I've no choice. This is my team, Mark. Again, Martinez in goal, Konsa. You've got Lamptey as well. Justin's handy. There's not an awful lot wrong with that team, I don't think. Apart from
nice cheap and cheerful defense, Vinny. But you've got some good defensive teams in there, so looking good.
An expensive bench.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Castagna to get back. Tommy Castagna and
Timothy Castagna.
Who's that fellow on the bench you have there in the red?
Salah. That's my mistake of the week.
Girl.
All right.
Salah, and come here. How much did he cost me?
I don't care. I want to get rid of him. I can free up a load of money. Spread it. it's best just to get rid of Salah. All he can do is score penalties. William, what's happened to Salah?
What do you mean what's happened to him? He's scoring nearly every game, Vinny.
Yeah.
All he can do is score. He's not doing anything from open play. And when he scores, it's either ruled out by the feckin' VAR. I was going to curse there.
Yeah.
And he's in the post, and he's not getting assists, and everyone's robbing his bonus points. This guy is
Vinny, what more do you expect from him? He's delivering the points. He's scoring goals.
He's all penalties. I can score penalties. You know, he's getting paid 300,000 to score penalties, mate. Forget that. I'm getting rid of this.
That's why, Vinny. That's why Fernandez is in everybody's team. He scores penalties.
But at least he scores from open play. You know, I like.
So does Salah.
He can't do it every week, Vinny.
Well, Mane's there. Jota's now taking his points. Oh yeah, I'm not happy with Jota. Don't get me right. Oh, don't we start with it? I'll just transfer Jota straight to that.
Yeah, well, Jota is half the price.
Yeah.
That's why I go on Jota, because he's half the price.
And William, are you sticking with Mane?
For now, I have to see. I might do a straight swap KDB in for Mane, but I would be afraid only owning one Liverpool asset. I think you have to have two Liverpool. I mean, they're going to end up winning the league by 10 points. So
at the end of the day, it's going to be City and Liverpool top two. So you got to get those guys.
Absolutely.
I don't think Mane is doing you any favors, Will.
Sorry, Mane didn't do many favors.
I don't think he's doing you any favors.
Oh no, I've knocked nice points out of Mane, but I don't know. Maybe Jota is the man. Who knows? I don't know. Liverpool are going to win the league anyway, and City be behind them. It was obvious yesterday they just played out a draw and just kind of went, all right, let's fight it out in all the other games, basically. You know.
Question for you, William.
Yeah.
Firmino, he's under pressure. What's going to happen, or is that not going to happen?
It's looking like Firmino is going to end up on the bench most of the time. I think if Liverpool are to play their normal shape, Jota starts ahead of Firmino, and Liverpool play their normal three in midfield when Fabinho comes back in. But Trent is injured now. Trent could be out for 4 to 6 weeks, apparently. So that throws a cat amongst the pigeons. I think it's brilliant that Liverpool are still banging out the results, even with these kind of injuries and stuff going on like that. You know, players maybe not in 100% form, like Trent totally out of form, Virgil gone, you know.
So just to follow up, if Firmino's on the bench, who's the furthest player forward?
Salah will be.
Salah will be. Okay, I thought that.
Yeah, but they interchange. If you watch them, they interchange all the time. Like Jota could end up number 9. Jota nearly scored the winner there yesterday, actually. He was like 6 inches away from getting to the ball. I think it would have been a Salah assist as well. And Ederson had a good game yesterday, I thought.
I didn't really watch much. I was watching the Kerry Cork game, but anyway.
Lads, what about Leicester? Surely Vardy's got to be a shout, or one of these guys. Look at Tielemans now. I think I'll keep with Justin. You've got Justin as well, William. I'll keep a Leicester defender there, but
I like the look of Leicester. They've got Maddison back now too. They're only going to get better because who's out? Sayonku's out. Castagna, Pereira is going to come in their right back. I mean, they're getting better, so getting players back, that's gonna work in Vardy's favor. So I think he'll start scoring more.
And I think
I like Harvey Barnes if he can get back in the team. He was dropped there at the weekend, but I like Harvey Barnes. Always goes on a run of form. I think he scored 19 points for me in one game week last season. I captained him actually.
Yeah, you killed it. And William, you had a brainwave the other day when you got rid of Pereira. Somehow you realized that he would get COVID, and now your team really. I don't know how. It's like we're on about Mark the Oracle. You know, William is a genius as well with these.
Well, I'm very friendly with a guy called Dr. Fauci, and he informed me in advance. He's not on here tonight, but he usually is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is just Mark.
That Leicester guy who usually comes off as off the bench under the Turkish fella.
Yeah.
He'd be a decent if he gets more game time and all that kind of crack. He'd be a decent looking.
Possibly.
I think he's Turkish. Unger.
Yeah, what's his name? He's a funny name, isn't he? What's his name?
Unger or Under. It's for Leicester
Under.
anyway.
Under.
Well, yeah. Lads, you know this VAR, do you think that some teams in the Premier League are going to take advantage? Like, I think Leicester and Liverpool are just geniuses. They're able to manufacture penalties. Some other teams like Leeds, Spurs, definitely Leeds. Bamford's getting loads of goals disallowed. Like the other day against Palace, I'm pulling my hair out. He's that offside goal with he's pointing to where I was. It reminded me of what happened to I know it's a bit of moaning, but Sheffield United and Leeds, and I think Spurs as well, we're getting done with VAR. William, isn't it true that maybe Brendan Rodgers they've figured out the best situation to manipulate VAR now with the decisions?
I don't know about Brendan Rodgers about that. I honestly don't know. I was talking about the handball rule with some of my mates yesterday because I couldn't believe Gomez. There was a penalty given against Gomez. Like, he was turning his body away from the ball. His arm was moving away from the ball when De Bruyne hit the cross. And then, a few minutes later, who was it that handballed it for City in the air, in the box, but he had his arms up in front of his chest, but it still hit his arm. So what the hell is the rule? Is it if the ball hits your arm, no matter what, if it's up, then it should be penalty? But then they're saying that, it's if you try to, Cancelo it was. If you try to make your body bigger, then it should be a penalty. But Gomez wasn't trying to make his body bigger. He was trying to get out of the way and still defend at the same time, which ultimately you have to do. But it all comes back to the Champions League final when Mane manufactured the penalty after 25 seconds, flicked the ball up onto your man's arm. Like, so that's legit. You can do that and get your penalty.
Well, I just think the question hanging out there.
Simon, the thing with VAR thing is the main thing is the clear and obvious thing. So if a referee gives a penalty and it's a handball, right? VAR can't turn that over if the ball actually hits his hand, because it has to be clear and obvious error. So if it hits his chest, it's not a penalty, obviously. But if the referee gives it, the clear and obvious thing, that's when the VAR comes in. And if it's clear that it hits his hand, they can't change it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Well, I just think it's all open to manipulation and manufacturing and sports science and computer. Every club has got their own way. Listen, if you do this, if you just lift it up there, get the handball, it's open to abuse. And you've got the VAR guys in Stockley Park, and I think referees now, if they've gone into refereeing as a professional referee into this environment where they're getting all their badges and they're doing all the courses, and then they come in and realize they're not in charge at all. All the hours of some sort, they're not even a walking, talking mouth. That's it.
But guys, we have to use this VAR thing to our advantage for FPL. We have to get in the penalty takers. Get in those guys.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
They've got a lot of fucking.
Look at my team. I have Kane, Jimenez, Salah, all penalty takers. Who else? Grealish. Does Grealish take them?
No,
Yeah,
Watkins. Watkins took penalty last week.
Grealish used to take them, didn't he?
He takes free kicks, doesn't he, Grealish?
Yeah, and corners. He used to take penalties, maybe not anymore. But you got to get those guys in. Fernandes as well. He's a notorious penalty taker.
Lads, what about that guy for Palace that played really well there at the weekend? Easy.
Yeah.
Did you see his corner that he crossed for Scott Dan's goal? Oh my God! What a corner! Like, just his technique is brilliant.
Yeah, it might be a better option than Salah, Zaha at the minute,
Yeah, he looks to be the real deal. Vinny, you've got Zaha in there. If I was you, I'd be looking at Ziyech from Chelsea.
Right, you have to keep Zaha at the moment.
I'm going to keep Zaha. I was talking to Joey Neenan. He says he's going to keep Zaha. You know.
Oh, so you're going to do what Joey's doing, is it?
No, I was.
Oh.
I wanted to talk about the Zaha thing, you know, because the controversy last week, the Copygate and all that, and I said, like, you know, we cleared the air anyway. So,
Vinny, did you ask Joey about Cresswell?
I didn't want to go down that road. That would have been a tricky.
Come here, just speaking on Ziyech, right? Now, I'm going to tell you now, I'm probably not going to get him in my wild card because I'm Werner. Would you be thinking about doubling up on the two of them?
Not yet.
Yeah, I own right now. I own Chilwell, Ziyech, and Werner. The three of them.
Three of them. That's a lot.
I think.
I just think
They're the three you want to have though. Like if there was three to get there, the three you'd have.
Yeah, no, agreed. Like, you know, I definitely agree with that. I just think everyone going on Ziyech, which is fair enough because he's a class player, but I just think Werner was absolutely unlucky not to score a hat-trick the weekend.
Yeah. I still think Werner's going to be top scorer at the end of the season.
I don't like how he's playing out on the left.
Yeah,
he's not scoring as much, is he?
He doesn't score as much, but he could have scored a hat-trick at the weekend. And when Tommy's not going to play every game because he's unreliable, you know, more often than not, I think Werner would be playing centre forward.
Can we hear what the Chelsea fan has to say? He might have some inside info.
Well, as you know, I have Werner in. I'm going to stick by him. I'm the same as William. I'm going to stick by him. I think he will come good, but there is a bit of uncertainty up the top for Chelsea. Like, there's been a lot of mixing and matching the last few games. But
What are the Chelsea fans thinking, Shane? Who do they want? Who do the Chelsea fans want?
Well, we haven't been able to have our fan club meeting because of COVID lately, so I'm not quite sure. But what I go with is I definitely have Werner leading the attack because he's used to leading it. Like, even, you know, that's what his game is all about. And playing out the left, you could see he was out of his comfort zone. He was drifting in a lot too.
So anyway, just to have a quick look at the Ohamor League, which is I like to look at that. Fergie Boland is still killing it. 527. He's doing even better than Neeson, 516. So it's a pretty similar leagues, you know. We're all.
Can we have a look at his team?
Yeah, sure. We get Boland up since he's Dara Duffy's up there as well. This is mainly all the Ohamor players as well. Most of them. Enda Sweeney, another massive footballer. You know, it's we've had the privilege of seeing a lot of these guys in Ballyhaunis playing over the years. And they're also fancy league. So this is Fergie's team. He's killing it. Schmeichel, Leicester defence. Southampton he's got there. He's gone in with Jota. Kane, good. He picked right between. I got my captain wrong this week. Yeah, bench, of course. There's the bench. That's the bench problem. I have that as well. Well, apart from Sal on the bench.
What a strike force.
Yeah, Werner, Kane, and I think he's more or less got it right from the off.
I thought Fergie Boland would have a stronger bench because he's so used to being on the bench. But
come on now.
Really too fair.
That's the hitman now. That's the hitman for you. So what's he done? That's only the transfers. He's not done so much, but he's got rid of Green and got on Jota. Ooh. Werner, so that's a good move to get Werner in there. I just want to figure out if he's done his wild card. I doubt it by looking at the transfer history. My transfer history, you need 40 sheets. He's done his triple captain.
We need an Excel file.
Huh?
We need an Excel file.
Definitely. But this is what I'm saying, that I think I always keep my chips till more or less after March. I like to keep them till nearly the end. And by that stage, loads of players will have done their chips or done whatever. And hopefully that's where I make all my ground in the last 10 games. That's just the way
With the FA Cup thing.
Yeah, so looking at this, Marky, you had the best points haul between the two leagues, 92. So anything for the long view, Marky? We can't really say anything until after we find out who's injured.
Yeah, it's hard to have a long view at the minute because it's so unpredictable, isn't it? You just have to kind of look at fixtures. I like to spread the teams, as I said. Have kind of the main man from every team. You've one or two Vardy. Like if Leicester are going to score, Vardy's going to have a part in it. If Villa are going to score, Grealish is going to have a say in it. Like, and Fernandes is the same. Kane is the same.
Okay. Is Rodriguez back?
Yeah, Rodriguez is back.
Yeah, right. How many he played?
He's another consideration.
Actually, yeah. Just to mention, he'll be leaving my team soon. I think he's going to start drying up. I think Everton. I think you're right, Vinny. I think Everton have run their race a bit.
Yeah. So this is the king of the travellers. We got Morgan Lyons leading it out, 6 out of 2. All of us are about 15 points. Everyone. So somebody's got is doing a bit of washing up, I think. It was definitely not Shane anyway. Is it Chris, I wonder?
Yeah. Vin.
Yeah, Vin. So this is the pairing off. William just got done by Jack Coyne. The average bet Barry Cribben, your friend.
Yes.
Dermot Phillips does Joey Fahey. Shane, you had it good. You've done Fergal Walsh. Go quickly into Fergal Walsh.
Yeah, another guy that was mouthing off at me all week.
Fergal loses interest though, lads. He's a good player, but he loses interest.
Vinny, can you name for us the guys that will be gone by Christmas?
Fergal Walsh was talking to me, and he was like, "Oh, I need Mane to do something. This, that, and the other. Like, you know, like." And when they didn't perform, he was brilliant.
Anyway, so just to carry on, Dara Healy. Well, Adrian is just collapsed. We've not heard. Hopefully, he'll keep the faith.
Yeah, he's been down all week. Really, I'm going to be honest. He's not himself. He's letting this wild card get to him.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep good Spurs, but he's dejected. He doesn't know who to get in.
Yeah, poor Starman. He'll come back. Joey Neenan was taken out by Aidan Fitzmaurice. This is what a massive 81 points. Just have a quick look at Aidan came second last year, so he's still in the hunt. 4-2-5. Well, he's a little bit back.
Right at the back.
Yeah, he's a little bit back, but I like his team. That looks a really good. I think that's very similar to my team. Well, the forwards are in the midfield.
Look at that though, and investing in defence. He's got 5 really expensive defenders. Like, well, no, sorry.
Yeah. I like that.
Who's that?
Oh, that must be Mark. It has to be Mark, is it?
No.
I'm going to mute you all, you idiots.
Someone needs the WD-40.
God, he's really gone all in on defence, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 premium midfielders.
Okay.
3 premium midfielders and no expensive striker.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys, we'll have to leave it at that for another episode, and I'll see you after the international break, guys. Thanks, Shane, William, Chris, and Mark for joining us. And guys, keep the faith in your teams. Don't go crazy like this. Okay, guys, bye.
Up Mayo.
Good luck, Mayo.